cabin. I guess I'll put dog.
Or ones that live in the Arctic. What kind of animals are in the Arctic?
Penguins, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, polar bears, penguins,
Okay, I'll put polar bear.
sea lions. And... So now, once you've got that list, I want you to highlight all of the animals, but not the top part. So the names of animals, you're going to leave that unhighlighted, you're going to highlight the rest. So highlight everything except for names of animals.
Oh,
Okay.
Now you could do it with the mouse, or you could try doing it the way I showed you. If you've got the cursor on your first animal, at the beginning of your first animal, you can hold the shift key and hit arrow down. You can try that out to see what happens. So yeah, get your cursor at the very beginning of the first animal, and then hold shift and hit arrow down, just to practice. It's a more accurate way of highlighting. Now I want you to put those into bullets. So now that you've got those animals highlighted, you can put them into bullets. Now bullets, see if you can find it in your, at the top of the menu there.
Okay, bullets.
Yeah, see if you can find bullets.
and did it set them in as well?
Well, that's standard for bullets, but you can change that. So it's in your paragraph section of your home ribbon. So when you're in your home ribbon, you'll see the paragraph section.
Okay, home.
Here is the home, and then here is the paragraph section,
Okay.
and then here is
Oh,
the,
are these bullets? Okay.
it's a bit tiny.
Yeah, so then you got bullets. Now put the cursor at the end of the last animal. So now that the type of paragraph that you've got there is called bullets. So if you were to press enter in that paragraph, it would create a new bullet. So if you're at the very last animal, so make sure your cursor's at the very end of the last animal and press enter. And notice, as long as you're in that bullet paragraph, it'll just go to create a new bullet for you with the name of the next animal.
Okay.
And if you didn't want,
Well, you press enter twice, and that's how you get out of bullets.
then you'd be out.
Then you'd be out of that bullet paragraph. Yeah, exactly. So those are bullets. Now see if you can change those bullets to numbered bullets instead of like.
So we need to highlight again.
Yeah, you see, you have to highlight all of those again and change them to
Do
numbers.
we have to highlight with the bullets? No.
Oh, just
Well,
highlight.
actually, you don't even need to. Actually, you can just have your cursor in. I think you can have your cursor just in that paragraph,
Oh.
and then change it to numbers.
Oh.
I'm guessing. I might be
Or
wrong.
change it to numbers.
Yeah, that's correct.
So just pick whichever one.
Yeah, it could be numbers, it could be letters.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you don't
So you
have
don't
to
actually have to highlight it, you just have to have the cursor in the bullet field to change the type of bullets.
Right.
You have the letters in here too. Oh, okay.
Now I want you to highlight names of animals. Notice the word, that sentence, names of animals, it's actually a paragraph on itself. So triple clicking would also highlight that.
Oh, right. Or you could, yeah, because that would take way longer.
Yes, and now I want you to center it, make the font 2 steps bigger, and make it bold. So see if you can center it, make it 2 steps bigger, and then make it bold. Now when I say 2 steps bigger, there's a function in there I didn't tell you about where you can make text bigger and smaller. There's like a big A and a small a up near the font.
Oh, yeah.
So it says increase font size, and you can step it up twice. So look for that big A. So yeah, that's the font type. And then we can see here, yeah, that's it. So that'll make your font size bigger, and one more. Perfect.
Which is the short one? Control, and then it says like an arrow?
Yeah, that one there. I don't know of a hotkey for that. Oh, there is. It's control
But this doesn't
to
go.
the arrow to the right. Yeah, that's it. Control arrow to the right.
Oh, then control shift?
Yeah,
Yeah.
control shift. Wow,
Because
bizarre.
that's up here.
That's a
yeah.
hard one. I mean, there's hotkeys for everything.
And bold as well?
Mine
Yeah.
disappeared.
Full as well.
Okay, what do you do, Rhea? Then? You can undo as many times as you want.
Control Z. Oh, I did.
Now hit Control Y to redo because you undid too many times.
Oh.
That's now here's what you have to remember. When you so hit Well, you see, if you're gonna do a control Y, you have to be holding the control when you tap Y.
Right.
You can't hit them at the same time, because that won't work. Yeah, that doesn't work. So in other words, like, it's kind of like when you make a capital D, you're not gonna hit D and shift at the same time, because it may not work. So hold control first, and then tap it,
And then we want to
Oh.
send it.
and then control Z.
That went out of control.
So you have to tap it though.
Okay.
So,
Shoot,
so the control Z. Okay.
it went.
That's because you were holding the Z
I know,
down.
you. I'm only supposed to hold the control and not the Z.
So it's gone.
Forever?
Yes,
Oh,
because
because we didn't
Oh.
save as we were going.
well no, well for hers because we didn't save it.
Oh.
But
Okay.
so if I have-
I'll start again.
no, we don't have to do it again.
Okay.
That was just a practice.
Okay.
So-
Well.
Now, if I wanted to make
God.
this bold, it would be control, and then I have to tap B. But if you hold the B, it's just going to keep flashing back and forth.
Okay.
So you don't want to hold anything. It's just tap.
It'll disappear. Too.
Yeah, exactly. Because you were holding the Z,
Okay.
so it went
Yeah.
undo for infinity. So it undid everything to
Oh.
infinity, and then you hit something else, which canceled the ability to redo. Anyway,
Right. So why is it not undoing now?
there's
Is
nothing to undo.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Except because all we did is make something bold.
Okay. So
that's all
next
we
time
can-
I'll just go.
That's right. Exactly.
And Rhea, you know that if you just want to undo one thing and you can't remember the hotkey, there's that little arrow up there.
Yeah. Some
Like that.
some programs have undo
Oh.
available on the screen, but a lot of programs don't.
I see.
Oh.
Like that undo is not available for most programs.
Okay.
Oh.
Thank you.
No, like if you're if you're composing a website or something like that, you're probably not going to see an undo. Or if you're writing a Facebook message and the cat jumps on the keyboard when you're writing a Facebook message
Yeah.
and it's gone, it's not gone. You just hit Control Z.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you guys
Only
ever
once.
you're writing a letter, an email,
Yeah.
and you're writing an email and suddenly you do something on the mouse touchpad and it ends up erasing stuff or
Yeah.
jumping
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
You don't know. Suddenly your email's gone.
Yeah.
It's not gone. You just got to hit Control Z. But you'll notice that when you're writing an email, there's no undo.
Oh.
Like there isn't an undo when you're writing a Facebook message.
Okay.
Only on a word.
But that's why you got to memorize those hotkeys.
Okay.
Ooh.
So Control Z is undo and Control Y is
Redo.
redo.
It's either redo or repeat.
Okay.
And it's all on the list that we got.
It's all
the
in that
first
hotkey
day.
list, yes.
Right.
So that when you look at that hotkey list from the handout yesterday and from the week before, I put it in both handouts, but you'll see the middle column where it says Word.
Yeah.
That's all hotkeys.
For Word.
Yeah, those are going to be really important
Okay.
because this course is aimed towards getting you ready to work in the office environment. So you're going to be writing documents and editing documents and updating documents. So yeah, you need to know how to do all of this stuff. No.
Do you want us saving this thing or this one or not?
No, we don't need to say that one.
Okay.
So I have another question.
Yeah.
This homework, which I didn't follow. So that page and this page.
Yes, yes. So the idea was to try doing this because you might have had problems trying to do this box.
Oh.
Because a lot of people don't know what that is. It's called a text box. You have
Oh.
to insert a text box and then you've got to write inside the text box.
Oh, yeah.
This is called clip art, which you can see. It's under insert on your. That's why I wanted you to play around and try it out.
Okay, so yeah, how do we do that text box?
Okay, let's
Or is
do
that
it.
just
Let's
a
start with a new document. Now Rhea's already got a new document.
Okay. Control N. New document.
Now this is where we're going to use the next ribbon where it says insert, because that's an important ribbon.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna insert. I'm gonna do it on mine as well. So you'll notice that when you go to insert, you'll notice it says text box on the right.
Text box?
Yeah. So if
Oh,
you're in
yeah.
the insert ribbon,
Yeah.
and then once you're in the insert ribbon, look on the right side of that ribbon, and you'll see text. Yeah, text box. So you're gonna click text box, and then it'll show you different types of text boxes when you click there. And you gotta left click.
Right.
No left. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, okay.
So just choose the first simple text box. Now when you insert that text box, it makes it a certain size. So you can type whatever you want.
Does it get bigger then?
Well, here's something that you need to remember with computers. Whenever you have an object, it could be an image, it could be a text box, it could be a link or something. Every object meaning it's like square, every object lets you do universal functions. Notice I can move my mouse cursor to the edge and it gives me a little symbol, which means I can stretch out the side or the edge.
Yeah.
So I can pull an edge as well as a side.
Why can I not do it with this particular one? I was able to do it with other boxes.
Oh, because you already clicked outside of the box. So because your cursor's no longer.
I
Yeah.
see.
Because the computer thought you were doing something different.
Okay.
So as long as you have that object selected and the cursor isn't somewhere else, you can resize that text box and you can paste anything into the text box that you want as well. So now that we've got a text box, erase what's in the text box by doing a backspace, because they give you sample text, right?
Yeah, so
So click on that sample text,
anywhere on it?
yeah, and then do a backspace. Well, that's what we're supposed to do. Delete the sample text.
My box.
And then yours, Rhea, just do Control-Z,
Oh, thank you.
and then click inside the text box, like right inside it on the text. Then you can go backspace and just get rid of that.
Okay.
So you can paste whatever you want in there.
Okay.
So what are we going to put in there? We're going to copy a paragraph from the internet and paste it in there.
Okay, but I feel like I want to make mine larger.
Yeah, so notice, so these are the 9 nodes. So every object has 9 little boxes called the nodes. See here? These are the nodes. So I can stretch the corner, I can stretch the side, and there's also, that's the 9th node is the rotate. I can rotate the text box as well.
Oh,
If you want your text sideways, you can do that if you want.
okay.
But every object, and this is what you need to know as soon as you get into graphics, all graphics programs have these 9 nodes. If it's desktop publishing, if it's graphics, if it's Photoshop, Paint Shop Pro, any of those programs, everything uses these objects.
Okay.
And so you'll see it in Word as well as seeing it in Excel. It's universal. So those 9 nodes, the bottom right one would be to stretch the corner, or if you want to stretch the side. Normally with images though, you don't stretch the side, because what that does is it makes people squish their face and make their face fat or whatever. So that's why you always grab the corner node with graphics, because then it doesn't change the aspect ratio. It keeps it the way it's supposed to be. And you notice here I can even rotate. So if I click here and I drag, I can rotate my text box upside down or all the way around.
Oh, that's how this works.
Yeah. Read, watch this. When I click up here, I can rotate the whole text box.
Oh.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to keep this page open, and we're going to click on your web browser now. So we're not going to exit Word, we're going to keep it open just the way it is.
Okay. We're gonna
Web
click on our web
browser.
browser, like our Google.
Yeah, so you're going to open your web browser, your Chrome.
Do we have to first connect to the
So
internet down
that's
here?
fine, Maria.
Okay, great.
You are connected.
Oh, we already are?
Yeah, we're all connected.
Okay.
So our open Chrome.
Daniela, just click on your internet connection and click on Linksys. So it's in your...
Here? Oh, right.
Oh, just connect to the wireless. Because your laptop's not connected to wireless.
How do I do that? Oh, here, down here.
Yes.
Um,
And then left click and then just click on Linksys. There should be one there called Linksys. Yeah, that's it. And then say connect. Yeah, you got it. So now open your web browser and find a document. And I think the best thing to do is just go to Wikipedia. Now remember I showed you, you want to type it in the top.
The top left.
You see, if you do it as a search, there's a chance you're not going to go to that website.
Okay.
Wikipedia.org.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
So when we wanna put Wikipedia up here, you
Yes.
just click in it and then just start typing Wikipedia?
Exactly, yeah.
You don't have to do the HTTPS
No.
or anything?
No.
Okay, and then would I just allow myself to go click on that?
Well, that's actually that wouldn't work in that case because it's a Google search. It wouldn't go
Oh.
directly there. So you go to
Okay.
wikipedia.org. So just type .org.
Okay.
Now, if you were to press enter, it would go directly to the website as opposed to doing it as a search.
Okay.
A lot of virus-infected computers, if you were to type Wikipedia at the top, it does it it might do it as a Google search, where if you did a search in a search bar, a lot of the search bars are fake. I see so many computers that have a fake search engine that took over.
Oh,
I mean, so many computers have it where they don't recognize what that search is. It doesn't look like Google anymore. It's like Trovy, or it's like Search Better, or some silly thing. That's the most common type of infection people get.
oh.
And it happens on Macs too, and it's even harder to get off Macs than PCs.
So we should always search in our search bar, and do you always put .org?
Well, always type websites in the address bar.
Right.
But you can still do a search if you're doing a search. But we're not doing a search, we're typing in a website.
Okay, and so when we want a website, do you always put .org?
Dot whatever it is. Like
Oh.
CBC is .ca, it would be CBC.ca, it
Okay.
wouldn't be CBC.org.
What's
Is that
the org stand for?
organization?
Oh, okay.
So we're putting it in here, not in here, or
The
no?
other way around.
No, if you get a website address, it always
Then
goes in the
up there.
top.
But now to search for Wikipedia. then
Yeah, that would take too many steps, and then there's a chance you can get an infection.
So
you-
not down here.
No.
No,
not that.
if anybody gives you an address, it would go in the address bar, that's what that's called at the top, it's called the address bar.
Oh, okay, that's the address bar.
Yes. So if somebody ever gives you a web address, that's where you type it. Because if you typed it in Google as a search, you're searching,
For it,
which isn't gonna probably take you to the website.
right,
It's gonna take you somewhere else.
okay. That's really good to know.
Yeah,
Yeah, my husband always
because
uses the
so
other
it happens a lot.
I
You know, over
know.
the phone with my customer, I was like, okay, go to this website, and they can't, so I said, no, type it in the top, and they still don't know.
Yeah,
So I said the very, very, very top.
yeah.
And then I had to be very clear over the phone, because a lot of people want to type websites in a search,
Yeah,
which then, if it doesn't work for them because it ends up doing a search.
Yeah,
And I'm like, no. And then their website's not there in the search because they've been hijacked and they got a virus, so it doesn't actually take them to the website ever.
oh my god, yeah, I've always searched everything in Google.
And I'll explain that later on in the third hour. What's our time at right now? Okay, so we have, 10 more minutes to just go through this. So what I want you to do is search for a topic, just a topic you're interested in,
And
because I want you to find a,
so and
an
now we
article.
search here, right?
Yeah.
That's our search.
yeah, so we're gonna search in Wikipedia now.
And we can, anything we want?
Anything you want.
Oh, what's the name of that? We're finding food company, Monsanto.
Oh, Monsanto.
What is it,
Monsanto. Monsanto. Oh, we all call them Monsanto.
I know, I was watching, did you ever watch Bill Maher show?
Yes.
Oh my god, they were talking about this.
Well, a lot of countries have banned Monsanto because of some of their corn gets, like they had an accident where a lot of their GMO corn got into the corn tortillas, so 3 people died right away, so they had to do a recall because that was a Monsanto corn that was meant for fuel instead of for digestion. So they had put an insecticide, genetically bred it in by poisoning the cell wall, but it ended up causing people to have lesions and death, right? And that was an accident. It ended up in these corn shells.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, they had immunity, so they couldn't be sued.
Yeah.
So,
But they've done so many things.
well,
Like
yeah.
that's like
Anyway,
one.
Monsanto.
Okay.
So see, type in whatever Monsanto, and then just find a paragraph. So remember, triple click to select a paragraph from an article that you find, and you do it from not a link, but anywhere that's not a link in the paragraph.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, triple click, and now try the copy function from the hotkey. So use the hotkey for copy. Now here's something that we're gonna do. Is everybody copy?
Yeah, but I haven't pasted.
No, we're not there yet.
Control C?
Yeah, Control C is copy, but before we do anything, you gotta follow my instructions.
Okay.
We're gonna use Alt Tab. This is a very important hotkey that you're gonna use in every single computer because it's the most efficient way to switch between the last program you were at. So you're gonna hold Alt and hit Tab. Alt Tab switches to the last program you were at.
Right, and we discussed
give it a
this
try.
last.
Yeah, exactly. So Alt Tab switches to the last place you were at.
Oh,
And
no.
Exactly.
So
Which
then,
one's Alt? Oh, this key down
Paste.
here is Alt?
There's Alt right there.
is Control P paste?
So Alt Tab.
No, ooh.
Control P is print.
Oh, I'm guessing printing.
So you can hit Escape to get out of that.
Okay, escape, not Control Z. Okay, so V, that's what I meant.
Yes. So now that you hit Alt Tab, it switches you back to the last program you were at, which was Word.
Oh,
And then as long as your cursor's in the text box, you can go ahead and paste. So if your cursor's not in the text box, then put it there by clicking in the text box.
okay.
And then Control V would paste that paragraph.
And now we go Alt Tab again?
Yeah, and then
Go out?
And then Alt Tab to switch back to the browser.
We don't need to be outside the box.
No.
Okay.
So yeah, everybody, you've done it. Daniela's gone back to the browser by hitting Alt Tab again.
Were
So-
we not supposed to?
No, that's right.
We were supposed to?
Yeah, Alt Tab takes you back.
Alt tab, going back.
Did you hit Alt Tab, Bria?
I don't think so, yeah.
There you go. You got it.
I don't know what goes on.
Can we plug these into our laptops
Okay,
when we
Alt
come into
Tab.
class?
No, with
No?
Ria's you can, but this is an older type keyboard.
Oh, okay.
But all the new keyboards are USB. So go to Positive Apparel, get a $5 keyboard and plug into your laptop.
Go to where?
Positive Apparel?
Positive Apparel?
Yeah, it's like that used thrift
Yeah.
store.
Next to Napa.
So they always have keyboards in
the
there.
same block there.
And yeah, they're like $5.
Yeah,
But if you get a new one, they're 12.
I have one of these at
A
home.
new one?
New one
I
is
think,
12
I don't
bucks.
know. I don't
And
know
a
what I
new
did
wired
with it.
keyboard. A wireless is 25 bucks. Wirelesses are nice because the wireless, say the wireless keyboard and mouse only requires one little wireless USB port.
Like this thing?
Yeah, but no, they're never this big anymore. This is 10 years old.
Oh.
So they're not big, they're small.
Oh.
So you don't even see them and there's no chance. This is a problem because it has leverage and can damage your USB port if you hit it wrong.
Yeah, like I always take it out when I move my
Yeah.
computer, but the new ones you wouldn't have to.
No,
take
the
out.
new ones are like that, small.
And they're just called a USB port?
Well, what
No.
you're looking for is it's called a wireless keyboard and mouse combo. They had it on sale for 22 bucks at the source. So it comes with a keyboard and a mouse,
Oh.
which is good when you're say you plug your laptop into your big screen at home.
Yeah.
Well, you put your laptop by the big screen and you have your keyboard and mouse and you put it on your coffee table, so that you're interacting with your big screen as your monitor.
Right.
There's no need to worry about your laptop because all you need is the wireless mouse and keyboard.
Right.
So then you're watching your Netflix or whatever you do. So now you're going to select another paragraph, copy that, and see if you can use the Alt Tab. Once you've copied that second paragraph, use Alt Tab to paste it once you've copied it. So Alt Tab is going to switch you back. And then, but paste it outside of the text box now. So you're going to click outside of the text box.